Sports. This episode is some recap work for Boise State women's basketball, and I'll be recapping 3 games in this episode. We'll start off with their dominant home win against New Mexico, then we'll recap a loss at Fresno, and then riding the ship against Wyoming at home. Or Wyoming on the road, actually, because Wyoming was on the road in this episode. Alright, so the Broncos on the 7th of this month hosted New Mexico. The Bronco women were celebrating National Girls and Women in Sports Day as well. And won by a final score of 63-35. Just quickly pulling up the score on my phone to quickly do the quarter by quarter scores. Here we go, got it up, and Broncos won every single quarter. They won the first quarter 8-12, second 9-16, third 4-18, and fourth quarter 14-17. There were 2,055 fans in attendance. In terms of offensive for both teams, in terms of the special little boxes on staff broadcast, UNM's last field goal was with a minute 46 left in the game on a jump by Jones to make it 35-63. New Mexico's largest lead was 8-6 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. New Mexico's largest run was 6-0. For the Broncos last field goal was a 3-pointer by Danny Bays, make it 33-59 with 3:06 left in the game. And the final score was got to with a minute 46 up in the game, 63-35. Broncos' largest lead was 30 points. 63-33 with a minute 58 left in the game. Broncos' largest run of the game was 14-0. We'll start off with the visitor stats. We'll do game, then by quarter. Destiny Hooks had 8 points, 2 of 13 overall, 1 of 5 from range. Hit all 3 free throw attempts, 2 boards, 1 assist, 4 fouls, 2 turnovers, 1 steal in 17 minutes. Number 4, Hargrove had 4 points on 2 of 5 shooting, 4 boards, 3 assists, 2 fouls, 1 turnover, 1 block in 28 minutes. Number 10, Antonio. Looks like Cashy Antonio, 6 points, 3 of 9 overall, over 2 from range, 1 offensive, 4 total boards, 2 turnovers, 26 minutes played. And 13, Joanne Magalhaes had 7 points on 3 of 5 shooting, 1 of 2 from range, 1 board, 2 fouls, 3 turnovers, 3 steals in 18 minutes. 24, Jesse Joaquim, 0 for 2 from the floor, 5 offensive, 10 total boards to lead their team in rebounding. 2 fouls, 1 turnover, and 20 minutes played. 5, Kaya Foster, 0 for 5 from the floor, 0 for 4 from range, 1 offensive, 4 total boards, 2 fouls, 1 turnover, and block. Played 14 minutes. Number 11, Padilla, 3 points, 1 of 2 from range, 2 boards, 1 assist, 2 fouls, 2 turnovers, 2 blocks in 23 minutes. 15, Drew Jordan was 0 for 1 with a steal in the 6 minutes. Number 20, Tyler Jones, 2 points, 1 of 2 from the floor, 2 turnovers, 5 minutes. Number 23, Emma Najuma, 2 points, 1 of 1 from the floor, 1 offense, 3 total boards, 1 foul, 1 turnover, 2 steals in 18 minutes. And number 44, Abdul had 3 points, 1 of 11 overall, 1 assist from range, 1 board, 1 turnover, and block in 26 minutes. As a team, they were 14 of 56 in the game for 25%, 4 of 22 from range for 18%, hit all 3 free throw attempts, 8 offensive, 31 total boards, 5 assists, 15 fouls, 17 turnovers, 5 blocks, and 13 steals. They had 10 bench points, 20 paint points, 12 turnover points, 5 fast break points, or 5 of 18 on layups and shots and close. 64 possessions, 15 scores, for 0.55 points per possession, scoring on 23% of the time and turnover almost 27% of the time. They led for minute 5, 12 for 38.04, and were tied for 52 seconds. In the first quarter, Hooks was 0 for 2, including a missed three-pointer, 2 fouls, 2 turnovers. Hargrove, 2 assists, 1 foul, 1 turnover. Antonio, 0 for 1 from range with a turnover and a steal. Magalhaes with 5 points. Hit both field goals, including a 3 and 2 steals. Joaquim, 2 boards. Foster, 0 for 2 from range with a board and a block. Padilla with 3 points. Only shot 1 field goal, which was a 3 and made it. 1 board, 1 foul, 1 turnover. Najuma had a board and a turnover. And Abdul Queeb was 0 for 2 from the floor, including a missed 3-pointer. Overall in the quarter, they were 3 of 10. Overall, 2 assists from range were 29%. 5 boards, 2 assists, 4 fouls, 6 turnovers, 1 block, 3 steals. Again, only 8 points scored. 3 points from the bench, 2 in the paint, 5 points up Bronco turnovers in the first quarter. In the second quarter for New Mexico, Hooks had 3 points, made a lone field goal and an and 1 with 2 boards, 1 foul, 2. Hargrove had 2 points, 1 and 2 from the floor, 1 board, 1 foul. Antonio, 2 points, 1 and 2 from the floor, 0 for 1 from range, 1 offensive 3 total boards, 1 steal. Magalhaes had a foul and 2 turnovers. Joaquim had an offensive board and 3 total boards, 2 fouls, 1 turnover. Foster, 0 for 1 from the floor with an offensive board and a foul. Padilla was 0 for 1 from range with a board and an assist and 2 block shots, or 2 shot blocks. Jones, 2 turnovers in 3 minutes. Najuma, 2 points, made a lone field goal attempt, 1 board, and Abdul Queeb was 0 for 4 from range in 8 minutes played. 9 points for New Mexico in the second quarter, 4-12 overall, 0 for 6 from range, and made the lone field goal in the quarter. 3 offensive, 12 total boards, 1 assist, 6 fouls, 6 turnovers, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 2 bench points, 8 paint points. In third quarter, Hooks was 0 for 6 overall. Half of her attempts were from range. Hargrove was 0 for 1 from the floor with 3 boards, 1 assist, 1 block. Antonio, 4 points, 2 assists from the floor, 1 board, and a steal. Magalhaes, 0 for 2 overall, including a missed 3. 1 board, 1 foul. Joaquim, 0 for 2 overall with 4 offensive, 5 total boards in the quarter. Foster, 0 for 1 from range with a board and a turnover. Padilla with the turnover in 3 minutes. Foster also only played for 3 minutes. Najuma with an offensive board and a steal in 4 minutes. And Abdul Queeb was 0 for 2 from the floor with a turnover and a block shot, or shot block. Mexico only 4 points. The entire quarter, 2 of 20 overall. 0 for 5 from range, 5 offensive, 12 total boards, 1 assist, 1 foul, 3 turnovers, 2 blocks, 2 steals, and 4 paint points in the third quarter. In the final stanza, Hooks had 5 points, 1 to 4 overall, including a made 3 and 2, and was 2 for 2 from the stripe, 1 assist, 1 foul, 1 steal. Hargrove at 2 points, 1 to 2 from the floor. Antonio had a turnover and 3 steals. Magalhaes with 2 points, made a lone field goal attempt with a turnover and a steal. Joaquim played 2 minutes and no stats. In the box score, Foster 0 for 1 from range with the board and a foul in 2 minutes. Padilla played 5 minutes with a foul. Jordan 0 for 1 from the floor and a steal. Jones 2 points, 1 to 2 from the floor. Najuma had a foul and a steal. And Abdul Queeb had 3 points, 1 to 3 overall, 1 to 2 from range with the board. Mexico had their best offensive quarter with 14 points, scoring 5 of 14 from the floor for 36%, 2 of 4 from range, and hit both free throws. 2 boards, 1 assist, 4 fouls, 2 turnovers, and 7 steals. In the fourth quarter, New Mexico with 5 bench points, 6 paint points, 7 points off turnovers. For the Broncos, Team Thompson in the game had 8 points, 3 of 7 overall, hit both free throw attempts, finished 2 points sharp double because she had 1 offensive, game high 13 boards, 6 assists, 2 fouls, 4 turnovers, 1 steal. Danny Bays with 8 points in this one, going 3 of 6 from the floor, 2 of 3 from range, 4 boards, 2 assists, 4 fouls, 3 turnovers, 16 minutes played. Levi Hunnan, 11 points, 5 of 8 from the floor, missed her lone 3-point attempt and made an and 1. Her lone free throw attempt, 1 offensive, 3 total boards, 1 assist, 1 turnover, block, and 3 steals. 32 minutes played. Maya Hansen, 5 points. Went absolutely cold from the floor. 0 for 4 overall. Half those with missed 3-pointers. But went perfect 5 of 5 from the stripe. 2 boards, 1 foul, 3 turnovers, 1 steal in 32 minutes. Natalie Pasco, the Phoam range of play of this game. 16 points, 6 of 11 overall, 4 of 8 from range, 4 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal in 34 minutes. Off the bench, Emily Howard, 6 points, 2 of 3 from the floor, hit both free throw attempts, 1 offensive, 2 total boards, 1 foul, 2 turnovers, 7 minutes played. Morgan Maldonado, 3 points, 1 of 3 from the floor, 1 of 3 from the stripe, 1 board, 8 minutes. Izzy Harms, 0 for 1 from the floor, 1 offensive, 2 total boards, 1 foul, 13 minutes played. Mason Borcharding had a board and a turnover in 3 minutes. Kenna Garza, 4 points, 2 of 4 overall, 0 from 1 from range, 2 offensive boards, 6 minutes. Jada Lewis, 2 points, 1 of 2 from the floor, 0 from 1 from the stripe, 1 board, 1 turnover, 7 minutes. Josie Stedman was 0 for 1 from range with a board in 3 minutes. And Kira Thompson, 0 for 2 from range with 1 offensive board, 2 total boards, 2 assists, 2 turnovers in 10 minutes. Overall, Broncos 6 of 3 points, 23 of 52 overall for 44%, 6 of 19 from range for 32%, and 11 of 14 for 79% from the stripe. 7 offensive, 41 total boards, 13 assists, 9 fouls, 18 turnovers, and 1 block and 6 steals. Broncos also have 15 bench points, 28 paint points, 11 points off local turnovers, 4 6 chance points, 11 fast break points, through 13-23 on layups and close-in range shots. 66 possessions, 28 scores, 0.96 points per possession. Scored about 42% of the possessions, turned over about 27% of the time. Led for 38-04, trailed for minute 5, were tied for 52 seconds. Quarter number 1. Tatum had 4 points, 2 of 4 overall with the board, a foul, 3 turnovers. Danny Bays, 0 for 1 from the floor with 2 boards, 2 fouls, 1 turnover. Livy was 0 for 2, including a missed 3-pointer, 1 offensive board and assist with block and a steal. Maya Hansen had 2 points, 0 for 1 from range, hit both free throw attempts, 1 board, 1 turnover. Natalie Pasco, 6 points, 2 of 3 from range, 1 board, 1 assist. Izzy Harms had an offensive board, 7 minutes played. Kenna Garza played for 2 minutes, was 0 for 1 from range. And Kira Thompson had 2 assists and 2 minutes played in the first quarter. Broncos scored 12 points in the first quarter, were 4-12. Overall, 2 of 6 from range, hit both free throw attempts, 2 offensive, 9 total boards, 4 assists, 3 fouls, 6 turnovers, 1 block and steal, 2 paint points, 2 points off turnovers. In the second quarter for the Broncos, Tatum had 2 points, made a lone field goal attempt, 2 boards. Bates did not play. Danny did not play in the second quarter. Levi Hunnan had 5 points, 2 of 3 overall, including an and 1 that was made. 1 board, 1 steal. Maya Hansen had 3 points, went perfect from the line, 3 of 3, did not attempt a field goal in the quarter. Also had a steal. Nelly Pasco went 0 for 2 from range in the second quarter and had an assist. Emily Howard had 2 points, made a lone field goal attempt and had a foul. Morgan Maldonado, 2 points on 1 of 3 shooting overall, 0 for 1 from the stripe, missed an and 1 opportunity. Izzy Harms missed her lone field goal attempt from range. Jada Lewis had 2 points, 1 of 2 from the floor, missed her and 1 opportunity. Also had a board and a turnover. Josie Stedman had a board. Gert Thompson was 0 for 1 from range, played 2 minutes. Broncos had 16 points in the quarter, 6 of 14 overall for 43%, 0 for 4 from range, and 4 of 6 from the stripe for 67%. 5 boards, 1 assist, 1 foul, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 6 bench points, 10 paint points, 5 points off turnovers. In the third quarter, Tatum was 0 for 2 from the floor with 1 offensive, 7 total boards, 3 assists, 1 foul, 1 turnover, 1 steal. Denny Bays had 5 points, 2 of 4 overall, 1 of 2 from range, 2 boards, 1 assist, 1 foul, 1 turnover. Libby Hunt had 6 points, made all 3 field goal attempts with the board. Mike Hansen was 0 for 3 from the floor, including a missed 3-pointer, committed a foul. Natalie Pasco, 5 points, 2 of 3 from the floor, including 1 lone 3-point attempt that went in. Also had 3 boards and a steal. Kendra Garza, 2 points, 1 of 2 from the floor, 2 offensive boards, played 1 minute. Kira Thompson, 0 from 1 from range with the board and turnover in 2 minutes of action. Third quarter, Broncos 18 points on 8 of 18 from the floor, 44%, 2 of 5 from range, did not attempt a free throw. 3 offensive, 16 total boards, 4 assists, 3 fouls, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 2 bench points, 12 paint points, 2 points off opponent turnovers, and 2 second chance points. In the final stanza, Tatum had 2 points, executed both free throw attempts, 3 boards, 3 assists. Denny Bays with 3 points, made her lone field goal attempt, which was a triple. 1 assist, 1 foul, 1 turnover. Libby Hunt had a turnover and a steal. Mike Hansen had a board and 2 turnovers in 6 minutes. Natalie Pasco, 5 points, 2 of 3 from the floor, 1 of 2 from range. Emily Howard had 4 points, 1 of 2 from the floor, hit both free throw attempts, 1 offensive, 2 total boards, and 2 turnovers. Morgan Maldonado with the point. 1 of 2 from the charity stripe and a board. Izzy Harms had a board and a foul. Issa Borcherding had a board and a turnover. Kendra Garza had 2 points, made a lone field goal attempt. Jay Lewis, no stats, played 3 minutes. Josie Stedman, 0 for 1 from range, played only a minute. Kira Thompson had an offensive board and a turnover in 4 minutes of action. In the final stanza, Broncos with 17 points, 5 of 8 from the floor for 63%, 2 of 4 from range, and 5 of 6 from the stripe for 83%. 2 offensive, 11 total boards, 4 fouls, 2 assists, 8 turnovers, and a steal, 7 bench points, 4 paint points, 2 points off opponent turnovers. So, real dominant game for the Broncos against the Lobos. Broncos got some revenge because in the game at the pit, the Broncos did lose pretty significantly. The win with the Broncos to 19-5 overall, 10-3 conference play. The loss from New Mexico dropped them to 16-8, 8-5 in conference play. It was the Broncos' 9th straight win, which was the first in a single season since the Broncos joined the Mountain West for a 9-game conference win streak. And the 35 points, then New Mexico was the 3rd lowest opponent score in program history, and probably lowest score allowed to an NCAA Division I opponent. And it's the only other ones that probably would come to mind are like some D2 and AI opponents. And actually, turns out on December 3rd, 2006, the Broncos defeated the University of San Diego 47-29, who is a Division I opponent. So this is a 2nd lowest score the Broncos held a Division I opponent to. But 35 points allowed is the lowest amount was scored by an opponent in program history. On December 10, 2004, the Broncos defeated Air Force by a final score of 73-35. As mentioned, in the Mountain West era, the 9-game win streak is the longest for the Broncos. And it ties for the longest conference game win streak in a single season of 9 that was set in the 2007-2008 season when the Broncos were in the WAC. The Broncos ended New Mexico's 4-game win streak. Broncos moved to 14-0 while out-rebound opponent. Broncos have had a game-high score in 18-24 games the team has played. Broncos held New Mexico to under 10 points 3 quarters, first time the Broncos had done so this season. And the 4 points in the third quarter by New Mexico was the lowest opponent points in the quarter this season. Broncos are now 19-12 overall, 12-3 against New Mexico at home. Broncos now 13-1 at home after the New Mexico game, 10-1 in white unis, 14-0 win lead and a half. And in this game, Mike Hansen surpassed the 1,000 career point threshold. Meaning that after New Mexico game, 4 of the Broncos' 5 starters each have 1,000 career points, and Mike Hansen, Tatum Thompson, Natalie Pasco, and Danny Bays. And it turns out Boise State is the only team in the NCAA that currently has 4 players playing on the court at the same time that have reached a 1,000-point career milestone. And all 4 of them have played their entire careers at Boise State. An even bigger accomplishment in this era of the transfer portal and NIL. So that's really impressive and a real cool note about that. They've had a tighter season high in steals with 3. Now Pasco's now sole possession of 8th in program history at 528 career field goals, passing Lauren Lionheart, who played 09-13. Tim Thompson tied her career high with 6 assists. In the next game for the Broncos, they played at Fresno State on February 11th. Unfortunately, this game ended the Broncos' 9-game conference win streak as the Broncos dropped this game to Fresno by a final score of 75-69. A 2-possession game in the end. Just getting the stats up on Stat Broadcast. The last field goal for the Broncos was a layup by Natalie Pasco, make it 68-73, 32 seconds left in the game. Broncos Sergeants League came with 8-11 in the first quarter when they led 9-0, which was also their longest run of the game for Fresno. The last field goal came with 6:07 left in the game by number 32, Diawara, to make it 61-69. Largest lead was 12 points, 45-53 with 7 seconds left till half. And 9-0 was also Fresno's largest run. In terms of the visiting Broncos stats, Tim Thompson had 16 points, was 7-20 from the floor, 0-for-2 from range, 2-3 from the stripe, 4 offensive, 9 total boards, finished the board shy of a double-double. 4 assists, 1 foul, 1 turnover, played 36 minutes. Danny Bays, 15 points, 5-13 overall, 2-6 from range, 3-4 from the stripe. Had 1 offense, 2 total boards, 3 assists, 4 fouls, 3 turnovers, 30 minutes. Libby Hunnan had 8 points, 3 of 8 from the floor, 2-3 from the stripe, 1 offensive, 5 total boards, 4 fouls, 2 turnovers, 27 minutes. Mike Hansen had 4 points, 1-4 from the floor, 0-for-3 from range, and hit both free throw attempts, 5 boards, 2 assists, 2 fouls, 1 turnover, 22 minutes. Natalie Pasco was the team leader in scoring with 19 points, 6-13 from the floor, 4-9 from range, and 3-4 from the stripe. 1 offensive, 2 total boards, 1 assist, 2 fouls, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, 33 minutes played. Emily Howard, 2 points, 1-2 from the floor, 0-for-2 from the stripe. 3 boards, 1 foul, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 9 minutes. Morgan Maldonado, 2 points, 1-3 from the floor. Missed her lone 3-point attempt, 2 assists, 3 fouls, 2 turnovers in 15 minutes. Izzy Harms, 0-for-1 from the floor with a foul in 7 minutes. Kenna Garza, 0-for-1 from the floor with 2 boards, 2 fouls in 8 minutes. Jada Lewis, 1 offensive board, 1 assist, 1 foul, 2 steals in 8 minutes. Keir Thompson, 3 points, made a lone field goal, which was a triple. with the board and turnover 4 minutes. Overall, the Broncos with 69 points, 25 of 66 overall for 38%. 7 of 22 from range for 32%, and 12 18 from the stripe for 67%. Broncos in the game had 13 offensive, 39 total boards, 13 assists, 21 fouls, 14 turnovers, 2 blocks for steals. Sent bench points, 34 paint points, 11 points off turnovers, 17 second chance points. We're 7-13 on layups and from in close. 70% possessions, 31 scores, average 0.9 points per possession. Scored 40% of the time, turned over 18% of the time. Led for 643, 12 for 33, all three. We're tied for 14 seconds. In terms of scoring per quarter, Broncos in the first quarter 16-24 Fresno, second quarter 17-21 Fresno, third quarter 22-14 Broncos, fourth quarter 14-16 Fresno. In the first quarter, Tatum only 2 points, 1 of 3 from the floor, 0 for 1 from range, had 2 boards, 3 assists. Danny Bates with 12 points of 4 of 7 shooting, 2 of 4 from range, hit both free throw attempts with 3 turnovers. Livy Hunter did not attempt a shot, had a board, a foul and turnover. My Hansen 2 points, 1 of 2 from the floor, missed her lone 3-point attempt in the quarter. 1 board, 1 assist, 2 fouls, 1 turnover. Nelly Pasco missed her lone field goal attempt, which was from range, had a foul and a steal. Morgan Maldonado played for a minute, no stats. Izzy Harms was 0 for 1 with a foul. Kenna Garza had a board and played 1 minute. Kira Thompson had a board and a turnover, played 4 minutes, no shots. 16 points for the Broncos in quarter number 1. 6 of 14 from the floor for 43%. 2 of 7 from range for 29%. Hit both free throw attempts, 7 boards, 4 assists, 5 fouls, 6 turnovers, and 1 steal. 8 paint points, 2 points up opponent turnovers in the first quarter. Second quarter, Tatum had 2 points, 1 of 3 from the floor, 2 boards. Danny Bates 2 points, 1 of 5 from the floor, missed both threes, 1 offensive board, 3 assists, 1 foul. Livy Hunter 0 for 2 from the floor with a board and a turnover. My Hansen didn't attempt a single shot. Well, didn't even play in the second quarter. Natalie Pasco 6 points, 2 of 4 from the floor, 2 of 3 from range. 1 offensive board, 1 assist, 2 turnovers. Emily Howard 2 points, made a lone field goal attempt, was 0 for 2 from the stripe. 3 boards, 1 foul, 1 turnover, 1 block. Morgan 2 points, made a lone field goal attempt, 1 assist, 1 foul, 2 turnovers. Kenna Garza with a foul in 3 minutes. Jay Lewis with an offensive board and a foul in 3 minutes. Kira Thompson 3 points, made her lone field goal attempt, which was from 3, played only 1 minute. 17-point quarter for the Broncos. They were 7 of 17 for 41%, 3 of 6 from range, missed both free throw opportunities. 4 offensive boards, 10 total boards, 5 assists, 5 fouls, 6 steals, 6 turnovers and a block, 7 bench points, 6 paint points, 4 points off turnovers, 5 second chance points in the quarter. And quarter number 3, Tatum erupted for 10 points on 4 of 10 overall, 2 of 3 from the stripe, 3 offensive, 4 total boards, 1 assist, 1 turnover. Danny Bates with 1 point, was 1 of 2 from the stripe, had a foul. Livy Hunter 5 points, 2 of 4 from the floor, made her lone free throw opportunity, which was an and 1. Also had 1 offensive, 2 total boards, 2 fouls. My Hansen was 0 for 1 from range, her lone shot with 4 boards, 1 assist. Nelly Pasco 6 points, 1 of 2 from range, and 3 out of 4 from the stripe, 1 board, 1 steal. Mark Maldonado was 0 for 1 with an assist, 2 fouls, 2 minutes. Izzy Harms, no stats, 2 minutes played. 22 quarter points for the Broncos, 7 of 18 overall for 39%, 1 of 3 from range, at 7 of 10 from the stripe. 6 offensive, 10 total boards, 3 assists, 5 fouls, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 12 paint points, 9 second chance points in the quarter for the Broncos. In the final stanza, Tatum had 2 points, 1 of 4 overall, 0 for 1 from range, 1 offensive board, 1 foul. Danny Bates was 0 for 1 from the floor with a board and 2 fouls. Livy Hunter 3 points, 1 of 2 from the floor, and 1 of 2 from the stripe, had a board and a foul. My Hansen 2 points, 0 for 1 from range, hit both free throw attempts. Nelly Pasco 7 points, 3 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 3 from range, and a foul. Emily Howard was 0 for 1 with the shot block in 2 minutes. Morgan Maldonado 0 for 1 from range, played 5 minutes. Kenneth Garza 0 for 1 from the floor with the board and a foul. Jay Lewis had an assist, 2 steals. Broncos in final stats with 14 points, 5 of 17 overall for 29%, 1 of 6 from range for 17%, and 3 of 4 from the stripe. 3 offensive, 6 total boards, 1 assist, 6 fouls, 1 turnover, 1 block, 2 steals, 8 paint points, 5 points off turnovers, 3 second chance points. Now for the home stats for Fresno. It starts off with the Phoam Ranger player of the game, Danae Powell, number 3. Game high 22 points, 6 of 12 overall, 3 of 4 from range, 7 of 12 from the stripe, 1 board, 2 assists, 3 fouls, 4 turnovers, 3 steals, played 31 minutes. Number 4, Dysa Gamble, 6 points, 3 of 4 from the floor, 1 offense, 3 total boards, 2 assists, 4 fouls, 1 turnover, and a steal, 18 minutes. Number 11, Amelia Long, 18 points, 5-15 overall, 2 of 6 from the range, and hit all 6 free throw opportunities. She doubled, had 2 offensive boards, 11 total boards, 3 assists, 2 fouls, 3 turnovers, 34 minutes played. Number 21, Ava Marr, 9 points, 3 of 5 overall, 1 of 3 from range, 2 of 3 from the stripe, 1 offensive, 3 total boards, a foul, 24 minutes. To Jesse Dewara, number 32, 2 points, 1 of 4 from the floor, 3 offensive, 5 total boards, 4 fouls, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 19 minutes. And 1, Aloni Oliver, had a point, 0 for 1 from range, 1 of 2 from the stripe, 1 offensive, 3 total boards, 6 minutes. Number 8, Morelia Chavez, 6 points, 2 of 5 from the floor, missed both threes, and 2 of 2 from the stripe, 1 offensive, 3 total boards, 4 fouls, 21 minutes. And Dia Clark, number 20, 9 points, 4 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 3 from range, 7 boards, 1 assist, 2 fouls, 1 turnover, 24 minutes. The 25, Heda Kone, 2 points, 1 of 3 from the floor, 0 for 2 from the stripe, 2 offensive boards, 3 fouls, 3 turnovers, 1 block, 2 steals, 24 minutes. Again, Fresno finished with 75 total points, 25-58 overall for 43%, 7-19 from range for 37%, and 18 of 27 from the stripe for 67%. 12 offensive boards, 42 total boards, 8 assists, 23 fouls, 16 turnovers, 1 block, 8 steals, 18 bench points, 28 paint points, 18 points off turnovers, 15 second chance points, 8 fast break points for 11 of 18 on layups. Had 72 possessions, 35 scores, average 1.04 points per possession. Scored about 49% time and turnover about 22% of the time. The first quarter, Powell, 2 points, 1 of 3 overall, 0 for 2 from the stripe, 1 assist, 2 steals. Gamble, 4 points, 2 of 3 from the floor, 1 board, 2 fouls, 1 steal. Lon, 7 points, was perfect on all her shots, making both field goals, including a 3 and both free throw attempts, also a board and a turnover. Marr had 4 points, 1 of 2 overall, 0 for 1 for 3, and 2 of 3 from the stripe. Diawara was 0 for 1 from the floor with 2 boards, a foul and a turnover and a steal. Oliver did not play. Chavez, 2 points, made a lone field goal attempt. Clark, 5 points. Just like Lon was perfect from the floor, hit both field goals, including a 3. 4 boards. And Kone had 2 fouls, 2 turnovers, 5 minutes. In the first quarter, Fresno with 24 points, 9 of 14 from the floor for 64%, 2 of 3 from range for 67%, and 4 of 7 from the stripe for 57%. So defensively for the Broncos, they could not stop or really give many stops against Fresno's hot shooting in the first quarter. They also had 7 bench points, 10 paint points, 9 points off turnovers. Second quarter for Fresno, Powell had 7 points, 2 of 3 overall, made a lone 3-pointer, and hit both free throws, had 3 fouls, 2 turnovers, and a steal. Gamble with 2 points, made a lone field goal attempt, 1 board, 2 assists. Lon had 4 points, 1 of 3 overall, and 2 of 2 from the stripe with 4 boards, 1 assist. Marr, 3 points, 1 of 2 from range, 1 offensive, 2 total boards. Diawara had an offensive board, foul, turnover, and a steal in 6 minutes. Oliver had a point, 1 of 2 from the stripe with a board. Chavez, 2 points, 1 of 3 from the floor, missed both 3-point attempts, 1 foul. Clark was 0 for 2 from the floor in 5 minutes with an assist, and Kone, 2 points, 1 of 2 from the floor with an offensive board and a foul. 21 points in the second quarter for Fresno. 7 of 16 for 44% overall. 2 of 7 from range for 29%. 5 of 6 from the stripe for 83%. 4 offensive, 11 total boards. 4 assists, 6 fouls, 5 turnovers, 3 steals. 5 bench points, 8 points of pain, 9 points off turnovers, 8 second chance points. The third quarter for Fresno, Powell had 9 points, 2 of 3 from the floor. Both of her makes were from range and 3 of 4 from the stripe. 1 assist, 1 turnover. Gamble had 2 fouls, only played 1 minute. Lawn had 3 points, 9 overall, 1 of 3 from range. 2 offensive, 3 total boards, 1 assist. Marr had a foul in 6 minutes. Diawara, 2 fouls in 2 minutes. Oliver was 0 for 1 from range with an offensive board and 2 fouls. Chavez, 1 offensive board, 3 fouls. 1 offensive, 3 boards, 2 fouls. Clark with 2 points was 1 of 4 from the floor, 0 for 2 from range, 2 boards. Kone missed a lone field goal attempt and both free throw attempts in the quarter. Had an offensive board, a block, and a steal. 14 points for Fresno. 4 of 18 from the floor for 22%, 3 of 8 for 38% from range, and 3 of 6 from the stripe. 5 offensive, 11 total boards, 2 assists and fouls, 1 turnover, 1 block, 1 steal. 2 bench and paint points, and only 3 second chance points in the quarter. In the final stanza, Powell had 4 points, 1 of 3 overall, 0 for 1 from range, and 2 of 4 from the stripe, 1 board, 1 turnover. Gamble had an offensive board and a turnover. Lawn, 4 points. Made a lone field goal attempt at both free throw attempts, had 3 boards, 1 assist, 2 fouls. Marr with 2 points, made a lone field goal attempt with the board as well. Diawara, 2 points, 1 of 3 from the floor, including 2 offensive boards and a turnover. Chavez, 2 points, 0 for 1 from the floor, hit both free throw attempts and a foul. Clark with 2 points, made a lone field goal attempt with a board, 2 fouls and a turnover. Kone, no stats in the book, but did play 5 minutes. His team, 16 points, 5 of 10 from the floor, 0 for 1 from range, and 6 of 8 from the stripe. 3 offensive, 12 total boards, 1 assist, 5 fouls, 6 turnovers, 4 bench points, 8 paint points, and 4 second chance points. With the loss, it snapped the Broncos' 9-game conference win streak, dropped the Broncos to 19-6, 10-4 overall, improved Fresno to 13-13, 7-8 in conference play. Again, the 12 first half turnovers really did the Broncos in. This was the Broncos' first loss since January 3rd when they dropped 87-67 against Grand Canyon. The Broncos are the only team in the conference to start the same 5 every game. The Broncos play in white unis and are now 10-2 after this loss. Fresno State now leads the all-time series 31-23. Emily Howard notched a season high 2 blocks. Jada Lewis had a career high 2 steals. Morgan Maldonado career high 2 assists. Natalie Pasco is now tied for second after this game in 3-pointers made with 260, tied with Abby Vaughn, who played 99-03. She also moved into 7th in program history at 534 career field goals made, passing Riley Lufer to 2016-2020, who holds the 3-point record. Pasco tied her season high with 2 steals. Kira Thompson had a career high 3 points. So, yeah, a bit of a rough one on the road for the Broncos. I mean, still only lost by 6, but a game that was winnable for the Broncos. Unfortunately, didn't help themselves out in the first half with turnover problems. I mean, the quote from Gordy at the bottom of the recap on the BroncoSports.com site says, "Thought Fresno State was incredibly aggressive and need to do a better job handling physicality. Done a pretty good job of it through the course of a month." So it sounds like Fresno's physicality pestered the Broncos a bit, and that resulted in loss. And with that, I'll call it on this episode. Since I gotta get ready for work at 12:30 and walk over to work, so probably after work tonight, I'll do more women's recaps, get more caught up on women's basketball. So I could probably be able to do the Wyoming, Air Force, and single state recaps. Well, Air Force, the Wyoming Air Force, San Jose, and the single state recaps.